Brace yourself for my SLAPFACE review coming up next. Welcome back to ML Miller Frights. I'm ML Miller. Before we begin, please do me a favor and punch that like button down below. Share this video with all of your social media addicted pals. Click subscribe to this channel and ring that bell for notifications. SLAPFACE is new, streaming exclusively on Shudder. It's directed and written by Jeremiah Kipp. Relying on his alcoholic older brother, Tom, played by Mike Manning, as a caregiver after their parents were killed in an auto accident, Lucas, played by August Maturo, lives a very troubled life. Lucas and Tom try to deal with their frustrations by playing a game called SLAPFACE, which basically is slapping each other in the face until one of them can't take it anymore. On top of this abuse, Lucas is bullied by a trio of girls from school incessantly. When he's dared to go into an abandoned hospital, Lucas meets the Virago Witch, a local legend that is said to abduct kids from the surrounding forests. Instead of being scared, Lucas forms a bond with the witch, but the witch fails to understand the meaning of friendship, which means disastrous things for those in Lucas's life. SLAPFACE was originally presented as a short film. I haven't seen it. It isn't available on YouTube, but the full-length version is a dour and dismal tale of abuse and bullying. These are not subjects to monkey around with, so expect a tone that is straightforward and as serious as you can get. I understand why the film decides to take the subject matter so seriously. As a victim of bullying and abuse as a youth myself, I know how harmful that can be. Still, this is a movie, and it's supposed to entertain. While capturing the seriousness of the subject matter intimately well, the film plays as a very sour pill to swallow. There's not an ounce of levity or joy in the entire film. Even when the story focuses on the bond between Lucas and the witch, it's twisted and downright perverted at times. This film could be making a comment on how the abused often feel the need to bond with abusive people over and over, as none of the people Lucas attempts to have a relationship with, be it friendly or otherwise, are healthy. Still, if you're looking for a good time horror film, SLAPFACE is definitely not that. SLAPFACE is undeniably well acted. Young August Maturo conveys a child of abuse yearning for some kind of connection extremely well. He's given a lot of heavy lifting to do with this material and proves to be strong enough to burden it. Mike Manning is easy to loathe as Lucas's brother, the neglectful and suffering Tom. He has a fucked up way of showing his feelings and has endured a lot himself. His role is not one you're going to like, but Manning plays him well. Liebe Bearer plays one of the only likable characters in the film as Anna, Tom's new girlfriend. She has concerns about Lucas's behavior and the way Tom treats him. It seems like she honestly wants what's best for both Tom and Lucas in a believable way, and she ends up paying the ultimate price for that. I also want to give a shout out to one of Lucas's bullies / girlfriend, Mariah, played by little Mirabelle Lee. Hers is a complex role where she acts one way to Lucas when they're alone, yet very different when her friends are around. It's another unlikable role, but the little actress deals with this difficult behavior well. Finally, it's great to see character actor Dan Heidecker as the sheriff. It's as if that guy hasn't aged a day since working on Cheers back in the 80s. While the film is able to lay out all of the factors of abuse and bullying intricately well, SLAPFACE seems to have great difficulty pulling all of the strings together in the final act. Is the witch a real thing, or just a figment of Lucas's confused young mind? It's not completely clear, especially the way the witch seems to appear and disappear whenever it's convenient. Still, there's no way Lucas could have ended up at his cabin in the final act without the witch's help. Logistics like that aside, the way SLAPFACE wraps itself up is less than satisfying, and I'm not sure it knows what to say about the subject matter, so it cuts to credits early before logic starts asking too many questions. There seems to be a lot of horror films that do that these days, ending nihilistically at the height of horror rather than attempting to find some way to convey a more satisfying conclusion. Hell, even the bullies get off scot-free in the end, which was extremely frustrating for this viewer. SLAPFACE is a wonderful looking film. It captures the expansive forests in both a majestic and mysterious light depending on the scene. It shadows the witch, played wonderfully by actor Lucas Hassel, extremely well, making you wonder if she truly is there or not. It also delivers some weird messages about the blurry lines of friendship, with some very provocative scenes of intimacy and possible sexual abuse between the witch and Lucas that made me squirm quite a bit. But I feel that this was just another way of showing how abuse can come from anywhere, especially when you're a child of abuse, simply looking for a friend. I wish SLAPFACE would have nailed the ending, as it leads up to it marvelously. Instead, it works to present a case study of abuse and bullying without any answers or even some catharsis to see the abused come out on top. Sure, it makes the film much more realistic, but you've got a witch in your movie. A little movie magic in the final moments would have made SLAPFACE a much stronger film.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're doomed. Oh, you're doomed. You're